YouTube settings. They're vital to the growth and maintenance of your channel, but they're not very exciting, are they? How do we spice them up? Now, if this doesn't get you excited about YouTube settings, I don't know what will, because from your profile image in the top right hand corner of the YouTube studio, you can now select the dark theme, which is awesome, except it isn't. Desktop dark modes are rubbish. Who's with me on this? Ah, shut up. Now, weirdly, you do get access to a lot more settings outside of the YouTube studio, and some are really interesting to look at, such as your data in YouTube. From here you can adjust how YouTube collects data from you, and cool stuff such as looking through all of the comments you've posted on other channels. Still needs a little bit of work though, this page, to be honest. It doesn't have any filter controls. Back in the studio, and who on earth was responsible for the most pointless general settings screen on the internet? Feels like whoever it was got fired on day one or something. Anyway, we digress, because the channel basic info screen does have a setting relating to country of residence that's both more and less important than what you think. What does that even mean, I hear you ask? Well, some creators believe that if you set your channel to a certain country, it'll be more discoverable in that country. So people tend to think that if you set your channel to the US, you'll get more views from the US. But it's simply not the case. It has nothing to do with discoverability. On the other hand, what the country of residence is super important for is the YouTube Partner Program. When you apply for monetization, you agree to terms and conditions that vary from country to country, especially when it comes to potentially taxing your revenue. So you need to make sure this is set correctly. And whatever you do, don't lie or mislead YouTube. It's just not the way to start off a business relationship, is it? Oh, and one more thing, the location settings you can switch from your profile image icon have nothing to do with your channel. It impacts the types of videos that are recommended to you as a viewer. Now then, YouTube have been telling us for years at this point that video tags don't help optimize content. And I'm absolutely fine with that. I've come to terms with this. But it still leaves one lingering question in my mind. What the hell are channel tags used for? You know what? That is a good question, so let's check in with YouTube's support page. Well, I'm glad that cleared things up. And you see, this is the thing that bugs me a little bit. YouTube had a golden opportunity to get rid of video tags and channel tags a couple of years ago when they transitioned from the classic YouTube studio to the new YouTube studio. But they decided not to. And so when we see empty boxes that suggest that we put keywords in there, you bet your bottom dollar we're going to do that, irrespective of how unimportant YouTube tells us they are. So, cards on the table, I have no idea how important this setting is. Probably not very, and I haven't updated these in years. So in the interest of science, I'm going to replace what's here with video tags from one of our How to Get 1,000 Subscriber videos, since they always do so well. I'll let you know if anything earth-shattering happens. Now for a quick sidebar. Did you know that vidIQ has settings of its own you can adjust via the extension button in your browser? This will allow you to hide or unhide tools. Tools like Daily Ideas that uses machine learning to analyze your channel and suggest up to 50 daily video ideas which you can save or dismiss. vidIQ has loads more channel growth tools and it's free to download and start using now. Use a link on screen or in the description. Now then, cast your mind back to late 2019 when YouTube was hit by a huge fine from the FTC for violating copy laws. There was a huge worry across the creator community that people were going to start being hit with $40,000 fines because they were making content aimed at kids. And in the 2 years since then, do you know of a single individual creator that has been hit by a fine by the FTC? I certainly haven't. I think the reason for this is because YouTube is doing a very good job of policing the content on the platform before it even reaches the FTC. And the way they do this is through a very important setting that you need to be honest and truthful with. This setting will default all future videos you upload to your channel. For the vast majority of creators, your content likely isn't made solely for children. But if you're unsure how to answer this question, we have an entire playlist you can dive into to learn more. Next up, a question for you. Do you have any idea how many viewers use subtitles on your videos? It's likely a lot more than you think. It's over 20% in our case. That's nearly 500,000 views a month supported by subtitles. And if that is the case, you want to make sure that YouTube doesn't miscaption you with some inappropriate language. Unless of course you frequently use such language and you are happy for YouTube to automatically transcribe it as accurately as possible. Now then, that subscriber count, to hide or to show? That is a question. The thing you have to remember most is that subscriber counts are on by default. So if you choose to hide it, that's going to raise a question in the viewer's head. But we do understand why some creators do this. They worry that their value on YouTube is determined by their subscriber count. And if that's not the reason why you hid your subscriber count, do let us know why in the comments below. The advice for this setting, on the other hand, is pretty straightforward. If you check disabled interest-based ads, YouTube can't target viewers with personalized advertising, and that will significantly lower your ad revenue CPM. I'm actually fascinated to know if anybody has voluntarily checked that box. If you have, again, let us know in the comments why. Clips are a relatively new tool that allow any viewer to literally clip up to 60 seconds of your video and create a shareable link out of that clip, which links back to the original video. Now, personally, I believe this feature to currently be half-baked, because while viewers can see all of the clips they have created from other people's videos, creators themselves have no idea when their videos have been clipped and how often these clips are being watched, since there's no data in traffic sources to verify it. Now, I'm not suggesting for 1 second that clips harm your videos or your channel. Any opportunity to share your content is a good thing, but if you are worried about what people are doing with your videos on YouTube, then you can disable the setting from here. Which brings us on to one of the more controversial settings YouTube have introduced recently. Short sampling. This allows any creator to use parts of your video for their YouTube Shorts content. And the problem, for me at least, is that this is set at a video level, not a channel level. Now, you can go into the content screen, select all of your videos, and then turn off short sampling, because yes, YouTube automatically turned it on for all of your videos on your channel, which is also really annoying. But what they still haven't done is add short sampling as a default setting to your channel, so you can just set and forget. And yes, this is me waving my angry fist at YouTube. There are a couple of useful settings I want to point out to you if you go to the YouTube account page. The first can be found in advanced settings, and this will show you your YouTube user and channel ID, which you can copy if you need to. Secondly, in the privacy settings screen, you can switch on or off the visibility of your subscriptions as a viewer. If you turn it on, it means that you will not appear in the subscription list when creators are looking through their YouTube studio. The feature eligibility page has been massively simplified in recent years. Can you remember when it used to look like this? Well, it doesn't look like that anymore, but it's still just as important, because verifying your YouTube channel with a phone is one of the first things you should do, giving you access to publishing longer videos, custom thumbnails, and live streaming. Community guideline strikes are still a thing, by the way, and they have been added to the monetization requirements. Your channel needs to be clean from such penalties before you can apply for the YouTube Partner Program. Now, so far, I've shown you all of the new YouTube settings and many which have changed, but since you're so far into the video, I bet you're interested in those settings that have actually disappeared from the platform altogether. Can you remember when you had to set up an associated website and that was the only link you could use in YouTube end screens? Well, that's gone away now. You can post any link you want to into an end screen, just so long as it meets the community guidelines. There also used to be something called community contributions, which allowed viewers to submit subtitles for your videos in any language, which you could then approve. You can still edit and maintain existing contributions, but new ones can't be submitted, which is a bit of a shame, to be honest. There are probably tons more YouTube settings that have gone AWOL over the last couple of years that I've simply forgotten about, so if you are feeling nostalgic and you can remember some, do drop them in the comments below. Now then, confession time. In filming this video, I have grown quite attached to that first setting I mentioned, so your code word is dark mode for the win. And if you are wondering why I haven't mentioned upload defaults once in a video about settings, it's because I've already made one. It's got over 1 million views, so you might want to check it out over here.